Grab a beer and pull up a chair. Welcome to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. All right, Jim, it looks like we are at stop number 2 in Moline, Illinois. We are at Rebellion Brew Haus, and they do have their own. It looks like they have a lot of guest taps, and then they do brew their own, and it's brewed under the Rebels and Lions brand. It looked like they had 4 on tap currently. So we got a flight of all 4 of those. So we're going to give it a whirl. It's a neat building. It's got like garage doors in the front, where, in the summer months when it's nice, they could open it up.
But it's a smaller bar.
But, I mean, like you look at the walls, they're brick. I mean, it's a real cool look in it. It's a nice vibe.
Yeah, I mean, definitely smaller. I mean, I think looking around right now, what is there, including us, there's 6 people in here. So
roughly, I think so.
Thursday night,
Thursday early evening, yeah. But it's nice. I don't mind it. And they got some neat stuff on the walls. I think it would be a cool place to kind of just come for a little while and hang out and
see what their beers taste like.
Yeah. So what we're probably going to do is we the first flight we got is their 4 that they have on tap, and then when we get done with that, we probably could get another flight of some guest beers and just see how they kind of stack up as well. But we'll rate these. Yeah, because to start with,
I think they got these 4 that are brewed here by the Rebellion, and then I thought there was another 18 guest ones on tap.
I think that's what it looked like, 17 or 18 of them. Yeah, because the one of theirs was in that next list.
So I mean, it's worth our time to. I'm game if you're game. So we'll do this. It might be a little shorter, but I think we'll still talk through it all. Make sure everybody knows what kind of beers are. And
exactly.
We'll take our time and do the next one.
Yeah. Okay. So the first one that we have is the name of it is Brain on Empty Pale Stout, and it's a 7.4% ABV. Boy, it looks kind of like it's a little bit darker yellow. I guess. I mean, it's kind of
it almost matches right into the table,
like a golden oak kind of color. I don't know how else to describe it.
It does not look like a regular stout.
No,
it's not. It's not the darkish color of a regular stout.
That is pretty good.
I'm trying to get the smell. I'm not sure what the
aroma wasn't real strong, but when you taste it, I mean, it tastes like a white stout.
Oh, wow.
It's definitely got that vanilla kind of a flavor to it.
Yeah, that is not bad, especially for a 7.4. Well,
7.4, that's a little bit higher than most of the white stouts we've had. They're usually like around a 6.
Right. So, because I'm not familiar, do you know what pale stout is? That
I think it's more just the grains that they use. It's not roasted or the darker malts and such. I think they use more of the pale malt and such.
So it's not. It doesn't really mean it's like an IPA.
No.
Okay.
No, it's just another style of a stout, but it's
because I don't think we've had many pale stouts, have we?
Not as many as like normal stouts, because I think pale stouts have been just kind of coming on.
Right.
I mean, one of the main ones I can think of right off the top of my head is Dragon's Milk has that pale. Right. The pale stout, and that one's 6%.
Yeah, so, this is a really,
like I said, this one
really surprised. I mean, because again, you don't know what to expect. The aroma was a little bit different, but the taste and the finish on this one is really good.
7.4%. That is, like I said, I think that's on the higher end for a pale stout, but it's pretty good.
Wow, I'm impressed.
Yeah,
I mean,
I didn't know what to expect. Because, you just, and then when they said 7.4%, I was kind of like, oh, okay, how is this going to go? Because, again, the few that we've had have all been kind of lower alcohol, but it's good. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt. I'm impressed. I mean, especially if it's a little higher ABV. And it doesn't taste like it, though. That's what's weird.
The finish is a little bit harsher than most of the kind of the weaker ones that we've had.
Right.
It's a little stronger finish to it, but the vanilla flavor, definitely you can taste that.
Yeah, what are you thinking on stars?
I kind of like it. I mean, I'm thinking like a 3.3.
Yeah, I mean,
something like that.
Yeah, I think that's good. I mean, for somebody that maybe is just starting with stouts, I think they'd be this would get them on the right path.
Right.
Trying something like this, because it's not over the top like stout, like most stouts are. I mean, a little bit stronger. This is a pretty mellow flavor.
Yep, I like it. I mean, it's like I said, it's definitely stronger than the other pale stouts that we've had, but it's pretty good.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, I'm right on spot on 3.3.
All right, so the next one we have is There's No Setting for Sandwich. Some of these names are kind of interesting. There's No Setting for Sandwich, and it's a Belgian single, 5.9%.
Again.
So this one is a little bit well, this one is even closer to the color of the table, I guess.
Yes.
The last one was a little bit darker color than this is, but so let's see what. Wow.
I mean, they started us off with a very good one right off the bat, so I hope they can keep it going.
Boy, that is not bad. The Belgian, you know how when you have a Belgian beer, once you taste a Belgian beer, you know it's a Belgian beer. Personally, I think that's for Belgian, that's pretty mellow.
Yeah, it's okay.
You're not buying into it, or
I don't know what. Again, it's like the wheat beers.
Yeah.
They have a very distinct flavor. Belgian beers, a very distinct flavor. I mean, you got to be ready for it. I mean, you got to be strapped in when you take a drink. I mean, it's not like super bad, but it is a unique flavor.
It's Belgian.
Yes.
I mean, the Belgian yeast, of course, really gives it that flavor. But it's. I think it's good.
I mean, it's not bad for me. I mean, I think I could probably finish a glass of it, but
we have definitely had worse Belgian ales by far.
The only thing is, maybe a little more flavor. I guess that's the only thing I could maybe, if I had to critique it, like one thing that can change with it. But
right, yeah, it's like I said, the Belgian flavor is a little bit muted in this one. If you want to call it that, it's not real as strong as a lot of them, but it's definitely still there.
Yeah, you can tell even if you didn't say the word Belgian, you could tell that that's the style.
When I smell it now, you can definitely smell the Belgian smell to it. It's very distinctive.
Yes, very distinct. I mean, and again, it's not offensive.
Right.
It's just you need to go going in when you take that first sip, because it will kind of kick you right in the mouth if you're not ready.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not big into Belgian beers, you probably wouldn't like it. But it's worth giving it a try. You know, I know you're not a big Belgian fan, so I mean, what are you thinking? How would you rate it?
I definitely think the first one was better. So just based on that, I'd probably like a 3.
Yeah, I'd go with that. I was going to say I was thinking 2.9 to 3 maybe.
So what do you think?
I'd say 3. That's fine. It was good.
All right.
So the third one we have is Neighbor Mike Cream Ale, 5.6%.
Beer named after you.
There we go. And it's kind of that same color.
I was just reading here. It says they brew all their beers in small batches on a 1-barrel system to ensure we're giving the customers what they want.
Okay.
We take great pride in using the finest ingredients and feature beers relevant to our customers' taste buds.
So they are a smaller brewery.
Yep.
But there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes some of the best beers come from some of those smaller breweries.
But I think they can experiment a little bit more.
Correct.
Because their batches are a little bit smaller.
Correct.
So if they do make a mistake, it's not
as much as...
They're not going to lose as much.
They're not going to have like 500 gallons of it to try and get rid of. So personally, on this cream ale, I don't get a whole lot of flavor out of it.
No, I guess I was kind of expecting the flavor. There's just not a lot of flavor.
No, there's very faint. But most of the cream ales, at least, they usually have a little bit of a little bit of flavor. Where this one is just kind of
nondescript.
Yeah. Yes, I would say
a little bit disappointed. Because
we've had some good cream ales,
right? And this one's only 5.6 ABV anyway, so it's not super strong. I mean, this might be in the classification of a lawn mowing beer.
Right.
I don't know if you could.
If it was ice cold on a hot day, you could drink a number of them. I don't know. Like I said, it's just I was expecting more flavor.
Yeah, I mean, and again, it's not bad.
It is not offensive at all, but there's just not a whole lot to it.
There's just the flavor.
I mean, even the aroma's got a little bit of almost like a little bit of a hop, kind of. You know what I mean? Just kind of a. I don't know what
faint, very faint. I mean,
but I don't know what you would want to call it. It's not a hop smell, but it's like a
whatever they use to make the cream part of that. The cream part. I don't know what I was expecting. Maybe a little bit sweeter, a little bit maybe fruity, a little fruit, but I don't know.
Yeah,
it's again not a bad beer.
No, not at all.
You could definitely drink this.
Somebody that's not big into craft beer, this could be a good starter one, just because it's not going to be a big, huge flavor.
Right.
And 5.6% for a lot of people they're going to think that is a high alcohol. But it's definitely not.
Yeah, I mean, for a starter beer, for a craft beer, somebody that's not into drinking craft beers, this is probably a good starter beer for them.
Oh, for sure.
What are you thinking on stars?
I'm saying 2.5, just because there just wasn't a whole lot of flavor, And
I think that was definitely the third of the 3 we've had so far. It definitely wasn't up to what we've been having lately. I mean, and again, it's not offensive. It's just lacking some flavor.
I would agree 100%. So now careful. So the fourth of their beers that we got is a Belgian Dark Strong. This one, they bumped up the ABV. It's 11.8%. Definitely a dark
Yeah.
When you look at the bottom of the glass, it's almost like a reddish, dark reddish brown kind of color.
I was just doing some quick math here, and the last two together was a total of 11.5.
So it's less than this one.
And then less those two together.
So this one, there's a chance.
There might be a chance. We got our fingers crossed. I can definitely smell something strong.
You can taste the Belgian in it, but the 11.8% doesn't. To me, it doesn't drink like 11.8.
No, it's
you would. I would say it's upper nines for sure if I didn't know.
Right.
Because it does have a little bit stronger.
Well, and again,
but I think part of that is the Belgian.
Right. I was going to say it. And again, I'm not a big fan of Belgians or wheat beer.
Yep.
But this one, for being a Belgian, you do not taste that yeast in there. I mean, I'm not sure what they did or how they made it. But I mean, it is very smooth. The finish is good. There's not a bad aftertaste.
Right.
The only thing, I mean, when you take a deep sniff of it, you can smell alcohol.
Oh, yes.
So that's kind of what gives it away that is a little bit higher.
It has that little bit of a, how Belgians have almost like that little bit of a tart smell.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I know it's from the yeast and such and that, but it has that. And then, like you said, it does have that little bit of an alcohol, tingles your nose a little bit.
Yeah, the aroma that comes off. But again, it's not bad. I mean, you take a sip of that and it's not burning your throat. It's not burning in your mouth.
No.
It is. And again,
the 11.8%. That second drink that I just took, maybe it's because your taste buds are used to it, but it doesn't taste like 11.8.
No,
but I'm sure it is. Right. But it's pretty good.
And again, for me, I'm not a Belgian guy. I don't dislike them. I'm not a big fan of them. But this one, I'm really impressed with because, I mean, it does not taste like regular Belgian beers that we've had in the past. I mean, it's got I wish we knew more about what was in these.
Right.
Other than what we get is just the name. You know, so we're kind of guessing on our own, I guess, as to what's in here.
What we figured. I'm sure a lot of Belgian beers have, dark fruits, stuff like that in it. And this one, I mean, you kind of pick up a little bit of that kind of almost like a fig or a date kind of thing, vibe. But it's still,
it's not overpowered. The flavors in it are very low key.
It's not like it doesn't punch you in the mouth.
No, there's nothing. So that might be the only drawback to it is. It's a dark, strong. So you're not really getting different flavors. You're getting just kind of that Belgian feel to it. So it's not a bad thing.
No, not at all.
That's kind of the only thing maybe, if you're going to take it to the next level, it's the next step up to get it way up.
Right. Yep.
That's the only comment I would have that's negative.
But no, I think this is good. I mean, out
of the four, for sure, this is.
Out of 5 stars, I'm saying this is probably at like a 3.6, 3.7 maybe.
Yeah, I'm going to go 3.6.
Yeah, 3.6 is good. I mean, I would say out of the top, how I would rank them based on, flavor, all that kind of stuff, I would say this is the number one. The Belgian Dark Strong was number one. I would go with the first one, the Pale Stout, probably second. Then the sandwich, there's no setting for sandwich, it would be third. And then the Neighbor Mike. Again, just because I didn't pick up a lot of flavor from that cream ale.
Yeah, I would agree 100%. Those, they're good beers.
Oh, yeah.
None of them were offensive. Just some of them were lacking a little bit of flavor. They could have added it a little, made it a little bit better. But again, that last one, the Belgian Strong, was really, really good beer.
Oh, very much so.
It's worth your trip to come down here just for that beer.
Oh, for sure. That was the 4 beers that they had. And again, those are brewed under the Rebels and Lions brand. So that's the first time we've ever had any of the beers under that name. So I think what we'll do now is we will go.
I see get a nice poster right there that has their logo on it too. You might be able to put that on your.
I'll take a picture of that and I'll post it on social media. So when we get there, you guys can get a look at. I'll take some pictures of the brewery and such as well, so you can kind of see what we saw here. Do you want to go and grab another? Yeah, we're going to go. We'll be right back, and we will get another flight of 4 guest beers, and we'll be right back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back.
Jim, a little break there.
Yeah, Jim went up and got a flight of 4 guest beers. And I should probably... Okay, sorry about that. I had to take a picture so I could post it. Of what these beers are. So now these are all guest taps.
Yes.
So this was off of, I think they have 17, 18 different guest taps here besides and they normally had 5 of their own beers, but they were out of one of them. So And the taps. I'm sorry. The flights that we got are 4 beers in a flight. So let's see. The first one now is by Old Irving Brewing Company, and we did have a description of this one. It is Cinnamon Prost. It's a white stout, 7% ABV, 10 IBUs, and by Old Irving Brewing Company. And it says, inspired by that last drink of cereal milk, this decadent white stout brewed with Saigon cinnamon, Tahitian from Tahiti.
There you go.
However you say it, vanilla beans, and milk sugar is sure to take you back to simpler times when Saturday morning cartoons were the most important part of the week. All right. I hope this lives up to it.
Yeah, they put it right a lot of good stuff in there. Let's hope it's.
Oh, dude, I smell cinnamon like, wow.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Wow, that is like, yeah.
Because I mean the color on this again is it's almost clear. It's a little bit of yellow.
I mean,
the color is different than the other 3 stouts.
It's like it's a darker yellow than a Pilsner. It's, dude, take a taste of that.
It smells.
That is crazy good. I like that.
Wow.
I like that. The cinnamon, I think, gives it that. You get the cinnamon, you get the vanilla. I like that.
I'm trying to something.
You never watched cartoons on Saturday, did you? And drank that milk out of the cereal bowl.
I did, and I think the smell is like that. It's something. The flavor. I'm trying to get the flavors. Maybe it's just the vanilla beans or something, or maybe just a little bit.
Man, I like that.
It's not offensive. I'm just trying to get the flavor.
The most dominant flavor to me is the cinnamon.
Yes.
But it's not overpowering at all.
Right. But the vanilla beans, I think, are in it.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out what that little flavor is there at the end. Because it's kind of overpowering a lot of my other flavors I'm trying to get.
I don't know.
It's not.
And I give them credit. Their write-up was pretty good. I think that was cool.
I wonder what the can would look like for this one.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's a good beer. I like I said, I definitely like most of the white stouts we've had have never had cinnamon in it. So it's a different, you know what I mean?
Different way to sweeten it.
Thing.
And it's 7%, so it's a little higher.
It's decent, for ABV. But man, I personally think that's really good. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, what are you thinking on stars? I mean,
I'm thinking I'd be like a 3.5 all day long myself.
And the only thing that I would knock it, just that combination of flavor. I don't know what it is, but I think a 3.5 is still doable. I think that's a good score for it.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. Whatever that combination is, it's got to be the vanilla and the cinnamon. I think it works, and it works well. Yeah, I mean, I said, way to go, Old Irving Brewing, because you guys had a good one there.
Very good job on that stout.
That is really good.
For a white stout.
For a white stout, yeah, very much.
Definitely was different than it didn't match the other ones we got here.
Yeah, the other 3 we got are dark. Do we want to go just down the line, or do we want to go by alcohol percentage? Because there's a couple of them are a little bit higher. Maybe we should go by percentage to keep our
wits about us.
I'd hate to have to do the next one, and then the third one is going to be overpowered.
Right. Let's do that.
Okay, so the next one, based on that, the next one we're going to have is the Hand of Doom by Wake Brewing, and that is in the Quad Cities as well.
That's right here too, I think.
Yes,
local.
It's a stout, 7.2%. Wake Brewing's first stout offering, as black as it gets, with notes of dark chocolate and roasted malts. There's no return. This is Hand of Doom.
Ooh.
So all right, well, this should be interesting. I mean, it definitely has... It's a very dark beer. It has like that dark tan, a tannish kind of colored head.
Yep.
Very little head on it.
Yeah.
But again, we have taster glasses of it, and so of course we didn't pour it right out of the
right. But these are all on tap.
These are all on tap.
But they look very appealing.
This smells like a stout.
Yeah, I can.
This one is pretty good. It does have a little bit, like before when we were talking about like a lot of some of the stouts have almost like a burnt flavor. That's the roasted malts. Yep. And this one that is a little more prevalent.
Yeah. I don't taste as much chocolate.
No. You get a little bit, but it says dark chocolate. That might be part of it, but yeah, it's not bad. I mean, you could drink it.
Yeah, it's not offensive.
And being a local beer, that's cool. I mean, I dig that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that the flavor's not quite there. I don't think. I mean, they're on the right track.
It does have a little bit of a weird finish to it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not. I don't know, almost a bitter. almost like a little bit of a bitter thing to it.
That's what I wonder if this is chocolate. It's hard to pinpoint exactly. I mean, but it's not offensive, but it's there. You know, it's there.
It's there. But like I said again, doesn't it almost have like a bitter finish to you a little bit? I mean, it's not you can drink it all day long, and it's not terrible, but it's just this weird little thing at the end of it.
Yeah, I don't.
It's like on the swallow, it's kind of like, that's a little weird, you know. So I don't know.
And that's why I'm wondering, because you don't taste as much chocolate. And I wonder what they were using for chocolate. They didn't use enough chocolate, or they could use a little more chocolate. Yeah. I think it would help that flavor just a little bit. I think, but it's not bad. It's just
and being the hand of doom,
right?
You know,
because I mean, like not after. So it's even after you've swallowed a little bit, it's still
there. It lingers a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's got a little bit of a, like I said, it's not bitter. It's bitter. It's not tart, but it's like a little bit of a bitter thing. And it could be the dark chocolate. I don't know, but it's definitely noticeable.
Right. Not offensive, but just something to be aware of. Mm-hmm. It's not gonna make you throw up or anything like that. But it's there. It's just something there. So, I mean, if you're trying stouts, I think it's still worth trying.
Yep.
It's
for sure.
You wouldn't want to not try it just because of what we're telling you. I think it's worth trying. It's just our opinion.
Yep. I agree with you there. I mean, it's still a good beer. Personally, I'm thinking star-wise, I'd go with a 3.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not.
It'll give them some room to improve it.
Oh, right. And I was going to say, I'm not knocking it in the least. And maybe it got penalized because the last one had the cinnamon in it. I don't know. But it definitely had a little different thing to it. Yep. So the next one that we have is by Southern Tier. And we've had a number of Southern Tier.
Yeah, we've had a few of them. They've always been pretty good.
And this one is a peanut butter cup stout, Imperial stout.
There we go.
10%, 25 IBUs, and it's by Southern Tier Brewing Company. And the description says, peanut butter cup showcases notes of smooth, creamy peanut butter alongside bittersweet chocolate malts and milk sugar, resulting in a delicious anytime treat that tastes just like your favorite candy.
All right. Well,
okay. Now
promising.
They've built it up, so I hope they didn't build it up too much.
There we go.
This one is 10% alcohol.
All right.
So remember, we're going up. Each one goes up. So
all right. So it had a good write up. So let's hope it's.
I can smell peanut butter. You can smell peanut butter and chocolate. It smells kind of like a peanut butter cup.
And again, this is pretty dark in color.
That's different.
Oh yeah, you can the smell. There's definitely a different kind of peanut. I mean, because we've had peanut butter.
Yes, it doesn't smell like Jiffy or any of your normal peanut butter. It has a sweetness to it. It's a different thing. I'm not sure. I have to taste it again because I'm not sure what my thoughts are on this one yet.
Wow. Ooh.
I mean, there's something in there that is kind of knocking the peanut butter cup flavor.
Ooh, wow. Again,
I don't know what that is.
Ooh, it's not like strong alcohol, but the flavor is just not very good.
Well,
so unfortunately, this is not. I think we had some high expectations for this one.
I'm sorry. I'm over here smelling this, trying to figure out
because it smells. The peanut butter does smell decent, but the flavor is just not good. I don't know, man. That's unfortunate because I mean we had such high expectations for the peanut butter beers because we always like to have that good flavor, but there is something going on.
How would I describe this? It's
god awful.
No, no. But it's almost like how would I say it? I don't want to say that there's something was off in it, but it almost tastes like it doesn't. I mean, there
is something not right.
You get the sweetness on the taste. I mean, the 10%. I wouldn't know it was 10%, but there's a weird taste to it, and it's crazy because Southern Tier. We've had a lot of Southern Tier, and they make a lot of high alcohol beers. You know, we've had like the s'mores and the creme brulee and all these nitro ones they do. And
I wonder if there's something wrong with this keg.
I don't know. There's a weird kind of taste to it. It could be.
I mean, it does not taste like the normal Southern Tiers that we've had in the past.
Right. They've been very good. And again, there's got to be something because it's just a different.
You know, I think we almost slide. Do you want to?
I'll finish it, but because like I said, the smell, it smells. You get
it does smell like
honestly
peanut butter.
When you smell it and once you taste it, it does kind of taste like what it smells like. There's a little bit of a weird smell to it as well. I don't know.
Yeah. It is unfortunately
Southern Tier. If you're listening, Jim and I have had a lot of your beers, and we really like a lot of your beers. This one, I'm hoping that there was something
bad batch or something.
Was just something in the line or something maybe because there's just a weird taste to it, which is so disappointing because we were looking forward to that one. So I guess, boy, what do we do on stars? Because unfortunately, we have to rate what we had.
What we got. It's below average, I think.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Unfortunately, and I apologize, Southern Tier, because like I said, it just there's a weirdness to it.
2-0? Is it that far down? Or do you want to go lower?
No, I don't think. I'd say 2-0 would be. Would be fine. I'll guarantee there was just something not right with either that keg or something in the line, because it's like it's just
oof. It was It was difficult to get down.
Exactly. Okay, so
all right, we're on to our last one.
We have the big dog left.
Yeah.
And we have had a number of these. We've had a number of these. And this brewery, they have a lot of stouts, big stouts, and they're all under this same series, so to speak. So, like the first one you come across we're talking about Evil Twin Brewing.
Okay, yep.
And the one that we have right now is Evil Twin Even More Christmas Stout. So Evil Twin is known for they have even more Jesus, even more. I mean, all of their stouts have like these kind of names, and they start with this one, and then they just build upon it and build upon it. So I'm looking forward to this. So we don't have details on it in front of us to say, is this like a Christmas? Does it have different flavors in it?
Or if it's got a little spice, maybe. If it's a Christmas stout.
No, it's 12%, and it is dark.
Yeah,
it is motor oil dark, and it has a little bit of a tan head, like you would expect for a high alcohol stout.
Right.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one because we've had a lot of different ones from Evil Twin under like kind of this style.
We're hoping, knock on wood, it's a little better than that last one. Whatever was wrong with that.
Wow, that's a thicker one. The mouthfeel is thicker. I can pick up cinnamon. I can pick up cinnamon. I think there might be like some nutmeg type of a thing to it.
It's definitely got Christmas spice.
There's Christmas spice in it.
Whatever you want to lump into that, it's all there.
I mean, it's thicker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like it.
I mean, it is not bad. I mean, you cannot tell it's 12%.
No,
it's one of those that really mess.
It drinks way smoother than that. It's thick.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, it's thick.
If you're not a experienced craft beer drinker,
you might not want to start with this one. But I will tell you what, you can pick up, like I said, cinnamon, nutmeg. Let me take another taste and see.
A lot of the Christmas spices we've had on other beers, they did a good job piecing this one all together.
Oh yeah, very much so. Wow, yeah, I like that.
I think this last flight, I'd definitely say this is my favorite beer right here.
I would agree 100%. I mean, that is good.
Can I drink a six-pack of this?
I was just going to say, can I drink a six-pack? No.
Not in one sitting.
But you can definitely split, because they typically come in cans.
Yep.
And you can split a can of that, and that is a good beer.
Yeah, trying to drink a six-pack of this may lead to some trouble.
Exactly. It'll lead to something, all right. You might not remember how you got to where you ended up, but it'll lead you somewhere.
But it's definitely a very good beer. I mean, and the spice doesn't have a lot of aftertaste.
No.
It's right there, right on the front. Yep. When you take your first drink of it, it's there, so you know it's there, and then it goes away.
It is funny. All the beers, with the ones that they brew and the other ones, and you compare those to this, as far as just the mouthfeel, and this is so much thicker.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's not thick like you're chewing it down.
But it's not like honey.
Right, but I mean, it feels like
there's a lot more.
Yes.
Like your mouth is weighted down with something. But it's not a bad thing. It's just the way that it's made.
Wow. Evil Twin, good job. I mean, that and that is good.
The aroma, I mean, the aroma does not give you the hint that it's a Christmas.
No, I did not expect to pick up the cinnamon, the nutmeg. I'm just guessing on these. I'm thinking that's what's in it, though. It reminds me of that. I'm trying to think of what else. To me, the cinnamon and the nutmeg is kind of what...
Right. The main two
And it might only be cinnamon. I don't know, but I can pick those up. But man, that's a good beer. I like that.
Yeah, I mean,
what would you say for stars? I mean...
because that first one was a 3.5.
Yep.
I'd have to say at least 3.6 maybe, or 3.7.
I would personally, I'd even go higher. I'd go like a 3.9.
Okay, yeah.
Is what I think.
Yeah, I mean, it is not.
I mean, I like that.
It is definitely not bad. I mean, and again, if you're not a stout drinker or haven't done a lot of crap beer, this may not be in your wheelhouse because it's got a lot to it.
Yep.
I mean, it is you want to definitely work your way, because this is our fourth one of this tonight.
Yes.
So I think the way we worked into it was a good way to drink
sure,
it.
For sure.
I said,
well, because when we first looked at it, and when I looked at because we went just the way we got them in the flight. This would have been second, and then we'd have went to the Hand of Doom third, and that would have totally destroyed that one.
Right. And then that one
in the Southern Tier would have
had a bad flavor.
Unfortunately, it would have been a bad way to end. Right. I apologize, but that would have been the way it was. But so I'm glad we did it the way we did it, and just went by the ABV to go that way. And the thing that was surprising to me is none of these tasted like they were high alcohol. Honestly.
Right. Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
they're not. Even when you smell them, they were not. They were not giving off that aroma of alcohol.
Right, because we've had some where it's like, oh my gosh, crazy.
You could smell.
So, all right, on the guest tap side, I would say this was by far the best beer.
Oh, for sure, yes.
In second place is going to be the old Irving cinnamon, the white ale, or the white stout, I apologize. Now, how would you, of those two, and I would say the Belgian dark strong of theirs, that was our top three overall. How would you have rated them, between their beers and these beers? How would you have put those?
I think I'm kind of torn between the Belgian dark and this last one we had.
Mm-hmm. The Evil Twin you're talking?
Yeah, the Evil Twin.
Okay.
They're like neck and neck. I mean, and they're both high alcohol ones.
Yep.
So, I mean, I like them both a lot.
Yep.
I mean, there's no doubt. I might lean, unfortunately, to the Belgian, which is a surprise for me.
I am glad I'm sitting down, because I never would have thought you would have said a Belgian. Personally, I'm thinking, I'm like what you're saying, where to me there's not 1 and 2, there's 1A and 1B.
Yep.
Or 1 and 1A.
Yep.
And I think myself personally, I gave the Evil Twin just that little bit better.
Yep.
But I do agree that the Belgian Strong was right there. I mean, those two are by far the two best ones. And then I'd say the old Irving was next.
Yep.
For sure.
Yes. You're spot on there.
Yeah. So
they were head and shoulders above all the other ones.
They were head and shoulders above all the rest.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, for sure. And this was cool. I mean, I'm glad that we got to try 4 of their beers and then 4 guest taps. And it was not. You don't see that a lot of places.
Right.
Either it's all their own, which personally I like, or it's all guest taps.
Right. So a good combination, and I think just the way the bar is set up, I think they did a great job.
Oh, very much.
When I was talking to the bartender, there's actually 2 bars here.
Really?
There's the part where we're at that serves the alcohol and bourbons.
Yep.
And then down the hallway, it's more of a family-oriented one where it's just domestic beers, more food over there.
So if you're not really into craft beer, you could go to the other bar and have kind of your normal
right.
mass-produced.
And he said it's the same owner for both places, just separated by a hallway. So I think for anybody that's in the Moline area would stop by. I mean, this is not a bad place
for sure.
Even for your family, you could come down too.
I'm glad we came here. I'm not gonna lie. I had reservations when we were coming here because I thought, okay, it's going to be just it's a craft beer bar. They don't make any of their own beer. And then when we kind of dug into it more, we saw that they did make their own beer. So we thought, okay, we got to try that first.
Yep.
And then we had the guest taps. It's a cool place. I really dig this. I mean, it's, the wood floors. The ceiling is basically like, it's wood. You can see through it, but I really like, the brick and then the almost like a stone type feel to it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a nice place.
Cool. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, if you are in Moline,
it's worth stopping by.
Make sure to stop by. I mean, and it sounds like they have food.
Yeah.
I'm hearing them cook.
And they got food on the other side too.
You said
both
the family side, yes. And like I said, I'll post some pictures because it's a cool place. And again, this was a really neat. If you didn't know it was here, honestly,
it's not right on the main street either.
No. If you didn't know it was here, I think you'd have walked right. We would have walked right by.
Yep.
Because actually, we didn't realize this was the place that we were going.
Right.
So we said, well, let's go in here. We saw it said, brew house. We're like, well, let's go in here. And then I'm like, oh, wait a minute, this is where we're going. But I'm glad we stopped because it was good. I really enjoy it. So
for sure.
Yeah. Awesome, man. So
I mean, this is a great stop.
So hopefully you guys enjoy. We do apologize for the background noise and such, but we are at a working bar, brew house. And Thank you for listening to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. If you have a question, a comment, or a beer you'd like us to review, please feel free to send us a message at northwoodsbeerguy@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you're on Untappd, look up Northwoods Beer Guy and send a friend request. Until next week, I hope all your campfires are warm and all your beer is cold.